Come on, Switch. You can do it. You can load faster. I believe in you, Switch.
This. I see. So this is your true power.
No, it's not. That's Shinigami's power.
Yuma, I knew you were dangerous.
No,
No matter what you say, it's already way too late.
Bonk.
I want to die someday.
Bibia, please.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
When you first saw her, she reminded you of Peachhead, Bowser thing. Bowser, yeah, Bowser. Save the current progress. The Mystery Labyrinth. We finally reached the Mystery Labyrinth. After an hour and 21 minutes. Yay! Hey, Coco Head.
Again with the falling. Why can't it ever
You
be
know
a
what? I'm gonna
gentle
add
landing?
Shinigami as a 5-star Monokuma.
Oh, Vivia.
As a 5-star
This is
hidden
called the
Monokuma.
Mystery Labyrinth.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that probably.
This place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case?
You can tell? Oh, well, anyway,
Why
this
did you know
actually isn't
this,
my forte.
Vivia?
It's...
Due to the power of death. Her, right?
Yes.
Huh?
How did you know?
So you really could see me this whole time.
He could?
It's due to my spiritual affinity. Ever since I was young, I've been able to see otherworldly things. My forte was gained through training that innate talent. Though, I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before. I could tell you were talking to some haze following you around, but that was it. Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency and saw that death got clear as crystal. After that, I did some research. I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of Death. And also, that someone had taken it.
I'm sorry, I have no
Did
memories.
I take it? Before I lost my memories?
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the book vault. Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
What if it was numero
Just a
uno?
handful?
I mean number 1, and gave it to
Anyway,
Juma.
You've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now.
He did follow her
haven't you?
with his eyes when he was in the fireplace. Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's
So,
when Shinigami became
This is
scared and
also
hid
related to the
behind Juma.
mysterious
I remember.
deaths of all those culprits. My guess is, clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery, causes its true perpetrator to die.
Bibia is actually
If
really
that's the
smart.
case, you've killed a lot of people with your own hands, Yuma.
It was Shinigami.
Well, I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what happens when...
When you reach the turn.
Nope. I may be the one reaping their souls, but the blood is still on your hands.
Oh.
What? Hey!
No, point in pretending to be a goody two-shoes. You're risking your life to solve these mysteries.
I see. So you're determined to do this, huh? Sorry, but I don't think I have that kind of conviction myself.
I'm just gonna wait here.
So, I think I'll take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
You can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
Is that so?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you. Well, if you don't have any regrets in the real world, you're free to die here.
Regrets? I don't have any of those. But there are still some things I've left unfinished.
Like, fine,
Especially
I'll go
after
with
you
you.
exposed the mystery of this case.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear.
Hi, Inkrillo. Thank
I'm
you so much
just
for the
going to
follow.
tag
How are you
along.
today? Welcome in.
I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
I don't care what you do, just don't get in our way. Well, Master, let's
Only
do the
Ponjo agree with no
usual.
good addition. Vivian Twilight, you're beloved. I'm going to agree.
Yeah, okay.
While I try to
Master,
like Tetsuhiko,
Are you ready to give your life
Vivia's
for the
voice
truth?
just kind of melts me.
I am.
Alright, time to do this. Time to dance with death. Vivia's voice is as if got my sword. Hi Ditsinel, how are you today? Welcome in.
Is that
Time for the
sword
standard of the
for
grip of
cutting through mysteries. This place must be
For the
pretty
follow
dangerous.
notification, it reminds you of the Star Fox uniform. Oh, it's actually... It's actually from Final Fantasy VII Avalanche.
Master.
Well,
Here's your
from the
solution.
Avalanche group, Jesse's
Is that
clothes,
key
actually.
something like a clue for the case? Wow.
From
Looks like
original
you're
Final... No,
ready to
actually,
go.
in later remake, she has the same clothes. Yeah.
You'd be more of a doubter? Whatever. I'm gonna ignore you. So let's go and unriddle this mystery labyrinth.
Let's see how many times I fail this.
Let's hunt down this culprit who preys on the truth.
I love how Vivia is completely embroidered by Shinigami.
We
Shinigami.
have
Yep.
to walk? This is unbearable.
Come on! You're bumming me out here.
Shinigami,
thought
can
you
you
were gonna
carry
ignore it.
Vivia? Alright, time to start this thing. Blah blah blah.
Say, Vivia, do you remember anything about the case?
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief
Oh.
Yaka was attacked?
What? Vivia actually
Huh?
remembers?
You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
Yeah, why?
That's pretty rare. It must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
So is he gonna remember all the stuff that
So
happened
the
here?
others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
How rude of them. It's thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia. But Vivia is the only one who came into the mystery labyrinth.
Because he was there with us, Fubuki was not.
I guess coalescence got overwritten. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability.
Or that.
I don't know either.
I
You
don't know either.
But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
Minor
You
detail.
would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
Oh. So now I really don't have to do anything.
He's so lazy.
What a relief.
Jeez! You ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey,
Relax. You love him? Oh, great. I don't have to do anything anymore. Good. Actually, that will be me, you know. Like, oh, I don't have to do anything? Great. I'm okay with that. Okay, we have two choices.
Ooh, there's that mystery!
And a question to solve. Slash!
I wish they wouldn't spring out of nowhere like that.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits. But it looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
Don't worry, I've been doing this for a while
Doesn't
now.
have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
Haha, excuse you!
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Yeah, where's my question?
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either. Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
Yeah. There's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on! You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing.
We can
Let's
start...
decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
The first mystery is... the fact that Dr. Wesker was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out. The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel.
Question of the day. What
Because of that,
skill you
we
wish you had
be
but
the
you
culprits.
don't? Intelligence, that's
But
not
we
a skill.
obviously aren't.
Multiplying clones. I
So
think
how
that
did the
it's
culprit
meant
get
more
in and out of the
IRL
doctor's
skill,
lab?
not fantasy ones.
That's what I don't know.
But the culprit is definitely the hitman, right?
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure.
And how did it... we still don't know how they got
even
in.
if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yako. That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
Hey, peacekeepers.
Peacekeepers?
Fine. Cooking.
Kanai Ward's garbage. What are you doing
You
here?
could easily concentrate. You could have picked, you know, drawing or
Yo,
something you
I'll
wanted to
smile.
get to do.
So the
For me,
director of the
it will
Peacekeepers
be-
is here.
Be able to play an
Yeah,
instrument,
But he's just part of the mystery labyrinth.
like guitar or
figured.
piano,
In
even
other
flute.
words, he's a monster created
Because I
from
have
the
no,
labyrinth.
I can't
right?
play instruments.
Right.
You pieces of shit. Disturbing the peace of Kanai Ward!
Oh my God, Yumi, what happened to
This
you?
guy doesn't seem like an easy opponent.
But we have no choice. For Chief Yako. For everyone.
He's
You
so
killed
funny.
Dr.
But
Wesker,
he looks
didn't you?
really... What?
Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death!
Nope. It wasn't us. Oh no. Wait, I didn't... I'm not gonna lie, he's dark outlook. Come on. No. Bad Val. Is he going through a Sephiroth phase? Because it only has wings on one side? Holy. Like that way you can learn how to do things. Learning fast.
You're the ones who killed Dr. Wesker!
No, it wasn't
You
us.
disarmed the security system.
What's this thing? Toxic gas properties. The toxic gas is bacteria, so regular gas masks are ineffective. It takes about 30 minutes after exposure for the toxin to spread, and that is certain. Shoe print on Amapal's head. In the critical lab, there was a shoe print on Amapal's head. You wanna see my reaction? I mean, I'm not gonna react to the menu per se, because I'm still gonna have to log in tomorrow on Genshin to do my dailies and get my Welkin. So I'm gonna see that stuff.
The doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually enter the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder. Which makes you the culprit.
I don't know what to refute.
Right.
It would have been pretty tough to get to the security system to enter the critical lab.
But
But the doctor died before we got inside, which means there had to be an intruder. Anyway, let's take another look at the solutions keys. Yeah, I know which solution key it is. It's the shoe print. That way... Well... I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the shoe print. But... You know, someone could have just stepped on the robot before it entered there, but... Hey.
To kill Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security systems of the doctor's lab.
No.
And then murdered him inside.
No, that's wrong.
Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
There you go.
the truth.
No, that's wrong. I'm surprised I didn't get hit during that phase at all.
When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about to
A
enter the
body
doctor's
has been
lab,
discovered.
but something bumped into it and knocked it over.
You mean someone
fact,
kicked
there was
it?
a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence?
Yes.
Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth?
No.
Don't make me laugh.
No!
Shit!
Stupid.
There was an intruder? That's impossible! And in fact, you proved that yourself!
I proved that myself.
Damn!
So many
Self-serving arguments. It's all made up. Just your powers of deduction are to repel the contradiction.
Don't make me laugh. Shit! There was an intruder?
Ah!
That's impossible! And in fact, you proved that yourself!
No, that's wrong! You blame Akechi, you like this.
What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder.
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh!
You know, I just noticed his sword is wiggly.
If there was...
Lab map. The floor plan of the lab map. It's supposed to be a top secret file, but it was found hidden behind a house plan. This device, the contamination device. This device exists to prevent leakage from the toxic chamber. The lid is barred, but has a hinge to make it easy to open and close.
Was another intruder. And where did they go?
Really?
By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical lab. There's no way they got past you. Or are you saying they slipped away and you missed it?
Ah.
That's obviously impossible! Isn't that funny? You just proved you committed the crime!
No, that's wrong, but I got hit too many times. And still we didn't see anyone on our way to the lab after disabling the security.
What does that mean?
How could the culprit have hidden from us? For now, let's check the solution keys. So we have to look at the map, I
Is
suppose.
this? There was another intruder. And where did they go?
Really?
By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right?
Uh-huh.
There's no place to hide in the critical lab.
Okay, it wasn't not that one.
Say,
Speaking of which,
If there... There was another
Did you tell the
intruder.
map? Okay.
And where did they go?
You have multiple dice? No, you only have one die.
By the time you
This
arrived at
side
the
the die.
scene,
I mean, this side.
there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical lab.
No, that's wrong.
this mystery. There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vents cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway.
Look at how wiggly the sword
Everything is wrong.
is. Wiggle,
Your
wiggle,
existence is
wiggle,
all wrong.
Wiggle.
Have
wiggle,
fun chasing that
wiggle,
fake truth you
wiggle,
found.
Wiggle. Wiggle. Are you giving up? Ah, you gave up. Howard, come back and fight. Even though I get hit a lot of times. I'm definitely getting C on stamina again. Look at it wiggle. Yes.
We managed to defeat him this time, but it's not over
The
yet.
sword, it was wiggling. It was
he
wiggle.
sure is persistent,
wiggle,
huh?
Wiggle, wiggle.
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab. So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
All right, we'll get it this time.
Beep! Was there an intruder?
Come on, why does it have to be so sudden?
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and reach the truth!
Yeah, thanks, Shinigami. Was there an intruder? No. Was there an intruder? Yes.
Right here!
Right here, right now.
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
Shush,
Hey,
Shikamaru.
don't sigh, this is a good thing!
Sorry.
Anyway, let's head inside.
Speaking of, I mean, not speaking of anything. Wait, I have requests? Oh no, it's all this all one second. Abilities. Okay. I have 7 SP. Stand by me. Stand By me. Slow down this mystery phantom statements. Increases stamina. What is the key, mister? In solution key selection sequences, remove 2 incorrect solution keys. Key master. Keyblade master. I think I'm gonna go to the speed boost. Then by me. Sure. I want this one. Sure, let's make Juma faster. Let's get that one since I have stuff. Alright.
There was an intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapal.
Yep.
The culprit probably hit Amapel on their way out. After that, they must have intended to leave the lab. But they couldn't because we were in the front chamber. So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Probably, and they will have killed us.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
Shush. It is true. It's not an excuse.
But it is true. If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them.
And Chief will have
If
been
I caught
fine.
the culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Yep.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Well, we keep going.
Right.
Going. Focus on the enemy. Focus on the battle. In the name of the Masya, I will punish you. I wanted to see how Bibia runs. Yeah, he will have been fine. Leiss, it's your fault. It's not my fault, it's Juma's fault. He's the one that panicked, not me.
Really? Another fork in the path.
Eep! How did the culprit enter the lab?
Seems like we're finally at the central question. This is the first step to solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
I have no
I'll leave
idea
the rest to
actually.
you. I'm going to read a book or something.
Bibia, please.
You can bring your own stuff into the mystery labyrinth?
He's just special.
He's just special. Okay. He's just special. How did the culprit enter the lab? He definitely was not invited by the doctor, okay? That was no. Unless the doctor wanted to die and he actually invited them. Also, why is there a papaya there? On the door. Never enter in the first place. You died with a reaction. Hey, could be an acting. Deactivated security by cutting power. No, it cannot be that one because that room had its own power separated from everything else. So even if cutting the power won't do anything. Because it was done in the lesson in the 90 days. Yeah, that's what, like, they have that room has separate power, so Cutting the power won't do anything. Never enter in the first place. That is like, what? How did you not enter but you entered? Gonna go with that one. Never enter in the first place.
Right here!
Wait, what? It was that one?
Culprit never entered?
Really?
But you said there's no doubt the culprit was in there.
What?
Perhaps the intruder is not the culprit
What's
after
the
all.
only logical? It's not
So
logical.
you're
The
saying
culprit
that
was never there.
The doctor committed suicide.
No.
If the doctor committed suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor himself.
No, there was definitely someone in there.
There would be no intruder. The doctor was
So we reached at
already
that
in the
end, so it
lab.
wasn't that. Oh, never mind. Was invited and the power never went out. The power actually went
Guess you were wrong. Yuma.
out, but we got explained that.
I already knew
I
that
mean,
before
the
you
power of the
entered.
building, but not the one in that room.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
You wanted me to tell you? I should have said so earlier.
Come on, Bibia. Be a team
People
player.
only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely.
Oh my god, what are those
We
things?
have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
Solve the mystery.
Logic to show how this route is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
Kick. Why is the doctor committed suicide not correct? There are 3 stab wounds in Dr. Westcott's back. One of them still has a knife stuck in it. With no other injuries, this appeared to be the cause of death. Dr. Westcott was the kind of person who would take advantage of and sacrifice others for the sake of his research. Since the cancellation of a big project 3 years ago by the higher-ups, he had become a completely shut-in. He had hearing issues so severe he could be considered deaf, but he was able to read lips to communicate with others. This was why he refused to speak to Makoto since he wears a mask. There are also rumors that the doctor planned to flee Kanai Ward and acted as betrayal to Amaterasu Corporation. Perhaps someone in the company found out about the plot and sent a hitman. He reached behind him and stabbed himself in the back 3 times. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. Yeah, I think it's that one. The information on Dr. Weska. Or not.
No use, I won't make it in time.
Whee! Ow. It was the stab once, as we thought. Maybe Jummies is smart. Nope.
That's right. The doctor was stabbed 3 times in the back.
I was actually thought the same thing at Jubal, that for suicide he could stab himself in the back.
One
No,
stab would
it
have
can be
indicated that he
done.
held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself. But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide.
Yes, it could. Just willpower it through.
Well, I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
He's blind, he probably
Maybe, but
thought
if
it
you
was a
hadn't messed
back
up in the first
scratch.
place, you
He's
wouldn't
not
have to come up with
blind,
such a
he's
lame
only
excuse.
deaf though.
I know. I'll do better next time.
Shinigami, you could have just used Zoom to get us out of there. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the room with the papaya. Papaya. Yep. I'm going this way. He was invited in by the doctor.
Right here.
At this point, we're just gonna like do the process of elimination and eliminate all of the three of them, probably. And then a new door will
The
appear.
doctor invited the culprit in? But
We have to
why?
explore all the options.
Things are so
And-
muddled now because
and-
we're assuming the culprit forced
But
their
no,
way
that's
inside.
wrong. And probably a new
If
one
the
will
culprit
appear.
was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
Ah, so you think the doctor disabled the security?
No, the security wasn't
Wouldn't need it if he
disabled.
was expecting a guest.
The logs said that it's not, that they were on for 90 days.
Huh? This route is wrong too?
All of their
Again?
routes are, I think all of their routes are wrong,
No
actually.
need to worry, Yuma. I don't mind it at all if we can't find a way to move forward.
Shush, Bibia.
Sheesh. Even I'm losing motivation. You
When
can
you're
take care of
confused,
this
what
on
you
your
mean?
own, can't you, Master?
Don't let him influence you.
Why is the invited back the doctor not correct? Because of the security logs.
The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs of security getting shut down.
And just look at we had the
If that's
first.
the case,
Um,
he certainly didn't cut
I
security
don't know.
just to let
Probably
someone
we
in.
have to say what I said. We have to enter all of them, and then a new option will appear
no
or
excuses,
something.
Master. Do it again.
You're tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
Oh my God,
Resting
Jami,
here
Jami,
wouldn't help
not
me
Jami.
at all.
Vivian Naruto runs. Vivian, why do you Naruto run? Well, kind of. Look at Vivian running. He kind of Naruto runs. That was cute. You do it to sometimes that are really Naruto running. For real? In your home. At work, do it at work and then you tell me. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Ninja running. No, it's called Naruto running. Alright, let's go for the option that we still haven't got. We have to prove it that it's not this way. Right here, right now. Next. You don't call others that. Oh, welcome back,
Culprit
Pika.
used the
Not
blackout to
Pika.
slip past security and into the lab.
No, that's
That
wrong.
answer is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
We know it has its own generator, so it's not this one.
Huh? What? This was the last route.
This labyrinth is a tricky one. It's like one of those old detective novels.
Well, this is a detective visual
Perhaps
novel.
You're
Does
the
it
real
help?
culprit, Yuma.
Hey, no, it's not me.
Of course not.
Shinigami, you were with me the whole time. Come on.
Focus. We need to get out of here.
Huh? Why did the thing not work? Hi Aru, how are you today? Welcome in. But that was delayed, but it's working, so why didn't it work? Did it? Yep, it disconnected from Twitch. No wonder. But hope you have a lovely Friday, you guys gonna say again. Tuesday, Arrow. Yeah. You don't know Juma, sus time. No, Juma is not sus. The critical lab security system operates on a separate power system that is managed in the electrical room. Hope it's this one. You're good, what's up? I'm glad to hear that.
The doctor said the critical lab
We're
was
trying
in a
to solve the
separate
mystery
room.
for this game,
The
chapter
lab
4.
switchboard wasn't in the electrical room.
We're currently in the Mystery Labyrinth, and
Security
we're as
wouldn't
lost
shut
as
off,
always.
even if there was a blackout in the building.
And I'm eating peanuts. Crunchy peanuts.
What's going on? Were all 3 routes wrong?
I wonder what it means.
You bet I'm eating salty. They're not salty though. Because it's not normal peanuts. Like I said the other day, it's something called like that. It's called here Japanese peanuts.
Hey, there's another
Peanuts
door.
that come in a coating. Yes, they do have a
I get
coating
it.
of
Since we proved
something.
that every
I have no
possibility
idea what
was
it is.
wrong, a new one has appeared.
I told you a new one was gonna appear. I knew it.
The Mystery Labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes based on your
Not
investigation.
peanuts.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
But by eliminating each wrong answer one by one, you opened the path to the right answer.
No, Bal, no.
You
Bonk.
sound disappointed.
Who cares? Let's just see what's in the final route.
No. Why does it have a question?
They use spectral projection to enter and kill him?
What?
Then the culprit.
Wait, what?
is- I can't believe the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's never happened before.
You know they're called Japanese peanuts. You have no idea what it's called.
There is no escape! Once the mystery labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged!
Oh no. Bibia, was it you? Or do you know
Let's finish up
someone
this
else that
mystery
has the same
labyrinth
power
and
as you?
both kill this dude!
What? Hold on!
Shinigami, wait! Ouch.
Huh? Another trap?
That's why I said to wait. There's no way Vivi is the culprit.
Prove it and beat this thing! I won't be convinced until you do!
Bibia? Who's the killer, Bibia? No, that's also a wrong route. Enter and kill via spectral projection is wrong because as heard from Bibia, the traits of ghost form are: you cannot touch anything while using spectral projection, you cannot take over someone else's body, nor it can be hurt. So no, that's wrong. The new Genshin update is 60 gigabytes. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I
To
used the
begin with,
PlayStation for
nothing
it.
can be touched while in ghost form.
That's why they asked us to
Couldn't
remember.
have held
Yep.
a murder weapon, the knife. So it's not possible that he stabbed the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Now do you trust Vivia?
No.
Master, I've said this 1,000 times, but a detective must suspect everything. Besides, it's his fault for being so sketchy. The way he looks,
Sketchy,
how he
they're sketchy.
talks, everything is super suspicious.
Sorry. I do try to stay out of
Sorry.
sight.
Anyway, let's go back.
If he's not the culprit, then we're back to square one.
We are.
Let's try going back to the fork in the path. Maybe something else changed.
Another room up here, maybe? You love both. Yes, we know you love sketchy characters. Meanwhile, I like energetic ones. Yeah, your tasting characters and my tasting
Nothing's
characters
changed.
will not overlap like ever.
There aren't
Probably.
any new doors.
Unlike, unless
What?
like stuff
There's
like Ito.
nowhere to go? What was the point of eliminating all the other paths?
Imogen just sounds like hyper people Naruto. Yeah, exactly. That's
Don't
my
start
guy.
with that again. How about you help us for a change?
That.
You better
No, I prefer
Unless you want to get chopped up by
Ryuki
Master
from
Solution
the second game.
Blade.
Hold on, Shinigami.
Even though he was
I don't
emo for
wanna get
like
chopped
emo for
up.
the whole game.
I dislike pain immensely. But you know, the journey up to now wasn't a waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
But that means nothing if we can't reach the truth.
Nothing. Why do you want the truth in the first place?
Because I'm a detective
Huh?
in training.
It's easy to say you want the truth. But are you sure you can handle it?
Summoner.
No matter how cruel that
Oh my god, look at that
truth may
face.
be.
Can I handle it?
That close up.
I'm still not
Personal
sure
space,
if
please.
you're the kind of person who can. I bet you're not sure either. That's why you're still so hesitant. This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance.
Not our cases need to be
Maybe
solved.
that's
So it
why
can be impossible.
you can't reach
Not
the
for
truth.
detectives.
What are you talking about? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate to expose the truth.
So you still haven't realized it? Guess you're not quite there yet. Well, that's fine for now. But eventually, you'll be forced to make a choice. When that
What
happens,
choice?
you have to prove your conviction and expose the truth, like you said.
Enough nonsense. Let's find some clues.
As
wanna
an
know what
apology
Vivian
for the
knows.
distraction, let me tell you something. This labyrinth appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation.
Mm-hmm.
So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
Carve my own path? That's right, Shinigami! We can create new routes with our own deductions. Maybe we can do it here.
Sometimes, just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new. I see. I was so focused on how to overcome the security system. But
This
that's
might
not
remind you of
right.
Kokichi.
I need to change my perspective and think about who could have overcome it.
Don't box yourself in with your own assumptions.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I hate when the anemic vampire tells us what to do.
No, the enemy
But
vampire.
if Master wants to, then fine. I'll lend you my power. Lay it all out.
Oh wait, no, it's gonna be the barrel thing. I hate the barrel thing. Yep, it's the barrel thing. Damn it! Oh boy.
Are you ready to play the
Who
Shinigami
is
puzzle?
capable of overcoming security system? Oh my gosh.
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
Kubuki? The panel chamber was solved with the shelter skunk's power and robot. Who is capable of overcoming the system? Amapau? Yeah, when I saw the dash there, I was like, well, is Amapau? Isn't it like Hangman Gambit? Yes. It's exactly Hangman Gambit. Amapau? Wait, was it Fubuki using her portal to turn back time? And that's why we didn't notice anything? The answer was literally there, yeah, on one of the keys, right? That said Amapau. I noticed it after looking at that one of the letters had a dash, and I was like, is it Amapau?
A new route appeared.
Amapau.
Perhaps I said too much. Well, nothing has been solved yet.
Yeah.
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
I still think about
I've never been happy or sad
Fubuki though.
my entire life.
Oh look, I didn't know Aru could dance. Thanks for giving a shout out to Aru. Long-time friend, Ninja Dog Trainer Pichu there. Playing a variety of games including Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, look at those stick moves. Played Final Fantasy XIV, Street Fighter 6, played the Mario Kart game with us recently too.
Rated it so
and Stevie, you guys follow him, he's pretty chill guy, has an amazing voice.
Yeah, when I first tried it out on my phone, I was like, what the frick? It actually
Let's sit down, go. Right?
they actually just released like some emotes that you can buy on the Avatar shop. In the
That was really awesome. Someday I will be able to do that. I want to be able to do that too.
When you think about who could get past security, the only option we know of is Amapau.
True. And that's how we were able to get through security ourselves.
But it's just a toy robot, right? How is it related to the case?
I don't know yet, but since Amapau can get through security,
Somebody gotta get laser
it
3D
must
model
be
for those type of
important.
shenanigans. Yeah, the only one I can use right now, the only 3D model I have is the one from Final Fantasy XIV. I can do MMD stuff with him, but that's it. But I was thinking, why was Fubuki so tired?
sealed
How
off
many
here,
times did
too.
she use her forte?
Hey, there's an intercom. Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way.
I'm being sus of Fubuki now.
Huh? Doctor?
Huh? Wait. What the? Wait. Who are you?
But Fubuki was there with us when the
Help!
thing happened.
Somebody come help me!
Isn't this the footage of when the doctor was attacked?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh great, more
The
doors.
mystery materialized. It must be related to what the doctor just said.
No, my throat! Who are you? It was
So
directed
the
at
question
who?
is, who did the doctor say? Who are you to? Well, I'll leave it to you.
Where did that couch come from?
You can keep reading at a time like this.
The culprit? somebody
I
come
can
quick.
certainly understand why you'd want to choose that. But wasn't security active at that point?
Yeah.
I considered all the various possibilities.
Hey, Water, how are you
but
today?
I
Welcome
couldn't
in.
figure out a way to get past the security.
Is someone a couch? That's impressive.
If I'm right, then there is no basis to infer that someone had entered the
I like
doctor's
this. How are
lab
you?
at
Welcome
this
in.
point.
He sounds like he needs a nap.
Which means you can't
Well,
say
he's
the
just
doctor was directing
sitting on the
those
couch right
words
now
to the
reading a book.
culprit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Where did he go? Yeah, look at him. See? Alright, how are you, Leiss? I'm pretty good, thank you. How about you? So no one, it seems that way. So no one is your choice, I guess. This is what Vivi is saying, yep. So he was acting? You're doing good, I'm glad to hear that.
The trap didn't activate. Does that mean we found the right answer? Huh? So the right answer is no one?
Was he just acting?
Why would the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was before I borrowed Amapel. So the only explanation is that no one was there.
Why would he say that if no one was there?
I think if we go there,
Alright, to see what happens again.
we'll
Me
find the
too.
answer.
On this chapter, yes.
What? That brute's obviously
Previous
just a
chapter
cyborg.
was kind of a flop,
Who
but
cares
this
what the
one's
old
more
geezer was
interesting.
thinking anyway?
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind. It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Still, being forced to take a side
Hey
route
Patrick,
is
how are you
too
today? Welcome in.
much
Thanks for the
trouble.
highlight and the stretch.
Makes me wish I was dead.
Vivia, please. Yeah. What was the doctor's motive?
So, Master,
I don't know
you
that
have
one.
an idea about what the geezer was thinking?
Nope.
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
That's what I said since the beginning.
Really?
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why. We have to figure that out by going down this doctor's motive route.
Oh, Johnny is here again. Thanks, boss, for the not husband.
He's here too?
You rats keep scurrying around. Do you really think you'll discover Dr. Weska's motive this way?
By venting the...
Good
By
luck
venting
with
means
that,
that's what's up.
morons.
Yep.
He had no motive at all.
There has to be something.
Well, you said there's nothing here. Let's head
Vivia,
back.
come on.
We can't do that! If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off. So, I'm gonna end you here and now!
You can try.
This was all...
Photo. A photo of a young man and a woman. The doctor's email records of Dr. Weska and Anonymous. There was a regular communication between them until just recently. According to the records, Dr. Weska was planning to escape from Kanaiwa.
part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood. You probably don't know this. Wesker
No.
put his soul into his
That
work.
was you.
The research was going well. The doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
No, that's wrong.
This is the truth.
Could have been in there too long that you began to go Sanil.
No, the doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Kanai Ward. He said so in the messages he wrote.
See now.
You little...
Bye. I finished my peanuts. Peanuts. I wanna see your peanuts. That's not.
Yomi's rebuttal? What was that? What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
I don't know. Because someone from a
It
Materazu Corp
seems
killed
that
him?
this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
Seems that way, yep.
Right. The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu. And whoever he was emailing knew that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
Perhaps the doctor's act had something to do with that.
Wee! No! A trapdoor! Oh,
It's
not
the
another
security
option.
gate. Everything's locked up.
Look, the reverse controllers. Okay, I can deal with this.
Which means this is
You're
a
How
right.
did the
to be
doctor
fair.
plan to escape
There's a couple
Kanai
that don't work, by the
We
way.
have
Oh,
to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
I thought that didn't work.
This is way more hassle than before.
Wow,
Guess I'll leave it to
our
you.
first game
Yuma.
over. I thought you
As
needed like 15
always.
hearts for that to work.
How did the doctor plan to escape Kanai Ward? Swapping places. Blackout. Terrorist bombing. Terrorist bombing? That's from the previous chapter. During the blackout? Swapping places? Well, it cannot be the terrorist bombing because that was chapter 3. But yeah, thanks for giving Mike the shout out. You're not helping unless I ask. I know. Big brain type. I don't know. We did have a blackout on this chapter, but I guess the doctor could have escaped, but he didn't escape during the blackout. That's why I'm like, I'm swapping places with who? How? I mean, could have tried to swap places. I'm gonna go with the swapping places just because I have no idea. Use solution key. Oh, okay, let's see, okay. Airlock decontamination. This device exists to prevent leakage from the toxic gas chamber. The lid is barred but has a hinge to make it easy to open and close. There are 3 stab wounds in Dr. Wesker's back. One of them still has a knife stuck on it. The answer is Leiss the culprit. No, I'm not! A notebook found on the doctor's desk. It has diagrams of a person being splashed with sulfuric acid. Doing this will cause clothes and skin to melt, rendering the victim unrecognizable. What was the doctor trying to do? A floor plan of the lab. It was supposed to be a top secret file, but was found behind a houseplant. I mean, nothing else tell me anything about it. Swapping places with who? Or why this one? Swapping places or blackout? I don't know. They are the same solution? Oh. Blackout. There are canned foods and bottles of water inside, however not much remains. This one is the only one that has a different selection key, and it has the... This one is the different one, right? The contamination device. Huh? I'm confused, but this is the only answer that changes. This is... I'm gonna go with this one just because none of the other has this one. But all the others have the same. The other two have the same force, so I'm just gonna go with this one. Of course it wasn't. Ow.
This is bad.
Oh no.
This isn't the right solution key?
Of
Calm
course
down,
not.
Master. And check the contents of each solution key.
It couldn't be blackout though,
Only
because
Dr.
like he
Who
said,
details of
unless
the
he's
plan.
acting
So it
again,
should
that
be in his
this
notes.
other generator isn't always on even during blackout. Yeah, no, but if he wanted to escape, because like how did the doctor plan to escape? When the blackout happened, he could have deactivated the security himself, so he could escape. But that didn't happen. But just like, how did he plan to escape? It's not like... Not this time is not how the culprit entered. It's how did the doctor plan to escape? He could have planned the blackout himself and escaped during that time. Or swap places. I think it's during swap places, but I don't know. How will he even escape his stinky butt-being cup there? You know there was a bathroom and a shower there inside that critical lab? Honestly, I have no idea. Oh, you know what? I messed it up. This one has this thing. This one, the terrorist... Sorry. The terrorist does not have the stab wounds. Never mind. I saw it wrong. There's two of each answer, I think. How did you know they even just... I mean, I don't know, because it's just assumed. I don't know. I think not that. He smelled that. Ouch.
This is bad. This isn't the right solution.
Calm down, Master.
Only the doctor knew the
Only the doctor knew the details of the plan. Yeah, but... Okay, he was gonna swap places and was gonna use this thing so he couldn't... Okay, now I get it. Alright, he was gonna swap places with someone and he was gonna use this sulfuric acid, throw it into someone so he couldn't be recognized, and then use that body as his body while he escaped. It's that one. Okay. Now I understand.
Oh, the door
Who
actually
was
opened.
gonna even swap with? A
I
random
knew I could
person,
let you
probably?
my handle on.
Are you sure you aren't a phantom?
Like, he was just gonna murder someone by using the sulfuric acid, make him unrecognizable, and yeah, just swap.
So the doctor tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu. The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on
yeah.
someone?
Yeah, he was going to swap places with a corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition.
See, I told you
That's how he
so.
tried to fake his own death.
At the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward. Or so he thought.
Or so he thought.
Wow, melting a corpse with sulfuric acid?
She's gonna go. Yep, she's geeking out.
So who was the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape. When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived.
That makes sense.
The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and use the body as a decoy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
Because it backfired, or rather, someone backstabbed.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
Nope. I'm
The
still
hitman
sus of
never did
Fubuki
show
though.
up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
And that was the act he put on by asking, "Who are you?"
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you in.
Look at that. That makes sense.
He was trying to lure
He wanted to
Master?
kill, but Yuma is so much shorter than
He
him though.
considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the hitman never showed up. So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system. And thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
But if that
That
is
seems overly
true,
complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out.
the hitman or whoever killed him had less time to do it
Well, he couldn't have
because
used
he only
another
had the time we
researcher.
went and got the
Someone would have
robot.
noticed their absence.
Unless.
He needed visitors, people from outside to pull it off.
No, because I was gonna say, what if the robot killed him? But it couldn't have been the robot because someone kicked it out of, right? Sideways. And the robot cannot grab a knife anyway either. Robofo? No. Who is the
So
culprit?
if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab,
You will have been dead.
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now.
Yep.
Aw, so close.
Kunigami, please.
But the doctor's plan failed.
Before
and
it's
he actually got
Makoto,
boom
I
killed by
don't
the
think
hitman.
so. He was detained by the
I
peacekeepers.
get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
assuming the attack on the doctor was just an act when we saw him through the intercom, we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange. So the problem is...
Oh,
when
wait,
did
I
they
know.
actually
Oh, what
enter?
if? Okay, hear me out. Hear me out, hear me out. You know who we left alone when we went to look for the robot? Do you know who it was? Fubuki. Who has the rewind
where are
time
we?
power. She
This
also
place
saw
is
the
a real
solution of the
mystery.
rooms while we did it
Then
with the
again,
robot.
I suppose that checks out.
So she could rewind power, rewind time.
Shinigami?
She knew the answer to rewind the time
This looks like an important turning point.
while we left for the robots
So, is
Fubuki
that your
did all the
final
stuff.
answer?
and
I
kill the
haven't said
doctor
anything
and
yet.
then go back out somehow. The only way. That's why she was also so exhausted.
Master, you need to
Either
narrow
that
down
or
the
Fubuki
timing
let
for
him
when the culprit
pass.
got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death.
But
We're at the
I
crossroads
don't know.
of mystery
Fubuki
and
helped us a
solution.
lot.
This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now, Master, which one will you choose?
The culprit entered the lab before Amapal. Yep, it has to be. Yes. No, it's actually
when I
no.
directed Amapel to go into the doctor's
Is it?
lab, he already had a knife stuck in him,
It's no.
which means he was murdered before Amapel entered the doctor's lab.
No, it's after,
Your
isn't it?
answer?
I'm confused.
Is correct!
Okay.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Master! Would you like to double down?
They're entering the culprit
talking
before
about?
Amapal. It begins.
Anyway,
Yes.
let's
yes.
keep going.
I'm sorry, I get confused. I was so sure, and I said like, yeah, it was that, and then I was like, wait, what?
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet.
By using
It had to
time
be between when we
rewind.
spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapel entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master.
Mm-hmm.
The culprit
is
had
what
to
I
have
was
entered the lab
saying.
then.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to
Yeah,
borrow
that's the
Amapel.
thing. You are not
She
suspecting
said no one entered or
Fubuki.
left the lab.
That is the thing. Juma is not suspecting Fubuki at all. But what if it was Fubuki? Or at least she was in cahoots with someone.
Huh? We're
That's why
back on the
Shinigami
original
said suspect
path.
her power. Yep.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on
I mean,
out,
Shinigami
it's
has
not just
said to
about
be
when,
sus of, like,
but
to
also
doubt
how the
everyone.
culprit got in. Yuma, there's no need
And you
to
know-
push yourself if things get too hard.
You know,
No,
Bibia
I
has
can
said
do
it too.
I'm going
Like,
to solve it.
Bibia has said it too in this case. Are you sure you wanna do the truth? What are you gonna do if it's a truth you do not like? So what if Fubuki, like, Bibia already
This
kind of
is
suspected
A
Fubuki.
map of the critical lab.
That's why he's been saying, are you sure
So
you
we
want
have
to
determine
unveil
where
the
culprit
truth?
was before the murder.
We'll have to solve them
Are
one
you,
at a
can
time.
you handle it?
Let's start with
Exactly.
this mystery.
If we know where the culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too. Do you know where, Yuma?
Where was the culprit before the crime was committed? You still don't get it how she did it? Because resetting time will reset her position. The only one that I can't explain about Fubuki is the poison room. Because listen, like this one, the one right here that I'm circling around. Because look at this. When Juma and the Suhiko left, Fubuki was here. But when they came back with the robot, then Juma solved all these puzzles to reach to the doctor, right? So Fubuki knew the answer to this puzzle. So let's say when Juma on the original timeline arrived here and the doctor was alive. Fubuki rewinded the time, resetted everything to where Juma and the Suhiko went to borrow the robot. And then she herself either convinced the doctor to let her in, or she did the puzzles because she already knew the answer. Then she murdered the doctor and then went back to her original position without the time back. That's one, like, I don't know. Let's see, if the culprit was here on the original room, then it will point to Fubuki. Mistake, okay, it wasn't.
At least
Wait,
one
that is not the
detective was always in the front chamber, yes? So the culprit couldn't have been there.
Right.
The ending better makes sense. Okay, so it wasn't Fubuki, the culprit was here?
Here. The culprit must have been here.
When they were wrong time, they had already did, so it could be
there
like.
was always a detective at the front chamber.
I don't know.
When we went to borrow Amapal, the culprit had to have already made their way inside. But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
Yeah, we know someone can fit in there. Like, I'm doubting Fubuki and it's not gonna be her at the end. You're gonna see. Like, I'm making all these theories about that Fubuki, either it's in cahoots or something, and it's not gonna be her.
But we had no idea when we sent Amapel into the airlock.
And from there, Yuma, you guided Amapal to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then? How would that be possible?
Should have used her powers when we really need it.
Amapal could get past security, right?
Yeah, that's the next big question.
Maybe the culprit used another Amapal unit.
No.
No. The researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Which means the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
So the culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
It was probably, the culprit was probably right behind Amapal.
There's no solving the doctor's murder until we figure
Isn't
that
it?
out.
Well, I have an idea. Will you hear me out?
What is it?
How about giving up?
Baby, come
I'm getting
on.
tired.
We're not giving up.
Nope, motion denied.
The three were behind the dog. No, we wasn't. We were on the original room. We wasn't literally
Another
behind the
fork in
robot.
road. Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
How did the culprit use Amapal?
Beyond each problem lies the truth. We're definitely getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
Sticky's giving credit. As a weapon, as a shield, neither. How did the culprit use Amapal? As a weapon, as a shield, neither. I mean, not as a weapon. It could be as a shield or neither, because it could just, Amapal just was the guide. But I'm gonna try it as a shield first and then neither. Do you hate your Wi-Fi? Welcome back, Water.
Huh? What do you mean, use Amapal as a shield?
Amapal is supposed to be sturdy enough to withstand an elephant stepping on it, right?
Right.
The culprit may have used Amapal as a shield against the security system.
Huh? That doesn't make
So,
sense.
the culprit followed
Oh.
behind Amapau
Yeah, that is what
to
I was-
avoid the toxic gas and
Yeah,
explosions?
that is what I was meaning.
I get it! You're so smart,
How's the
Master!
stream going? We're still trying to
Really?
figure out the mystery in chapter
I
4.
don't think so.
Vivia, come back.
Master just showed off how smart and logical he is.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Master wasn't smart after all! Come on, take it from the top!
What? The toxic gas can be bypassed with Amapath? Yes. No.
It's gonna crush us!
Can be bypassed with Amapath? I misread the thing. No, it can't. Like Amapath can pass it, but
Yeah! Even if Amapel itself is fine, it wouldn't be able to protect the culprit from the toxic gas.
yep, but he could still wait until Amapath. The high voltage shock can be bypassed with Amapal.
Even though Amapel is sturdy, it couldn't withstand the high voltage shock from the panel chamber.
But the gas can affect through the skin. What is wrong with this? Animal logic. Not unless they had one of those gas masks. No.
Which means it'd be impossible to use Amapel to protect
No, it's not
yourself.
that, Val. Because
only
they said
realizing this
traditional gas
now?
masks don't work.
At this
If you
rate,
wanted to
you'll be a
avoid
grandpa before you
the
stop being a rookie.
if you wanted to avoid the gas,
Perhaps
you will need to
improve
use a
in the
spacesuit.
next life.
Who said that? It
trying
was
my best
Makoto,
in
the one that
this
said that you
life.
needed to use a spacesuit. Magical gas? No, it's just poison gas. But I am guessing this is gonna be one of those that we have to refute all of them. Prove that it was none of this stuff. Spacesuit? Yep. Yep. Appa, jeep.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapel's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor. Which means Amapel wasn't the murder weapon.
Well, no, we know
The
that.
culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
So Yuma doesn't know. Like we don't. Whee!
Huh? That was the wrong answer? Come on, Master!
Well, I guess we'll find out. Nope. Ow.
Ow!
The kick us out back here.
Huh? We're...
Huh?
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
Time rewind. See,
door we opened
Fubuki.
earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Fubuki.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Why has time been rewind? Where was the culprit before the crime?
Huh? Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
Unless you suspect
So you
Fubuki.
wanna choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapau. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Vivia, please.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Who is Vivia? He's one of my detective companions. He's one of
Stop
my
it.
co-workers.
Leave me alone.
If you want want me to leave you alone? Then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at how did the culprit use Amapao? With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapao was used?
Help him out more! More!
I'm pretty sure Bibiya knows the answer.
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right? At that moment, only the culprit and Amapao were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
The culprit did something to Amapao?
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey! Now that you mention it, back then...
Back then? I don't remember what was
Hey,
back
the
then.
screen lit up. So this is what Amapao sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa, what was that?
Someone hacked into
Did it
it?
break already? I thought it was state of the art.
Right, I remember that glitch happening.
No, it's alright. It's stabilized. There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapao. It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me.
You do, you
Right.
already know this answer,
That
Bibiya.
was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapao's camera showed the culprit.
Nope.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapao, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapao to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it,
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off? How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapao's camera?
Should you burn their Wi-Fi? Nope.
aren't you just adding another mystery?
We kind of are, yeah.
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved with a single answer.
A single answer?
Time rewind.
Sheesh. I talk too
Look,
much.
Bibiya, you already know the answer. Just tell us the answer.
Oh, one mystery after another!
What caused Amapao's
What do we do now?
malfunctions
It's a
air
Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
There is not plenty of
Or
time.
not. I'll keep reading.
Yeah.
Well, you wrap things
Bibiya,
up.
come on. Just tell me.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
They are very weak cell, brain cells.
Culprit's location. Amapao's usage.
But the culprit used
Its
Amapao.
malfunction.
What caused Amapao's
Why didn't the
malfunction?
culprit appear on camera? All this can be solved with just one answer?
Time rewind. Uh-oh. I panic! Inside, behind, on top of Amapal's head. On top. The last one? It can't be on top! Because of the gas! Come on! How did he survive the gas if he was on top of Amapal? As a playmate as transportation. What caused Amapal's malfunction? Culprit jumped on it. Why didn't the culprit appear? They were on top of its head.
I got it!
This is what you keep fighting.
The culprit rode on Amapal's head, using it as a method of transportation.
Yeah, but how did it pass the poison gas chamber even doing that?
With every open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Absolutely. I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
See, Vivian knows that something is related with Kabuki.
Hey, you said the culprit rode on top of Amapal.
But how did he pass the poison gas?
What did you mean by that?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode
I mean, he can
Amapal
see
and
ghosts,
used
so
it
you
to
don't
get
know.
through. After we left Amapal in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device. Then they jumped on Amapal's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
But still, how did they get past the poison?
I think it's fairly reasonable. Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So, someone riding on it shouldn't affect its function.
Unless they are over 100
The
kilograms
shoot
of weight.
on Amapal's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there from the culprit hopping on
Maybe
and
they have
off.
one of those suits on.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it
I don't
as
know.
it moved toward the doctor's lab. By doing so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries.
Except the one of the poison, I still have that question.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains.
The poison? Leave me alone, I'm not dreaming.
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
Oh, come on.
This case's greatest mystery?
Of course. If we end up in that room again with the... Okay, it's not that. Vivian knows it. Yeah,
This
that's
is
what
the
I've been
panel
saying.
chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
Eep! When did the culprit get off Amapal?
Is this
After we solved the puzzle?
greatest mystery you mentioned?
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
Beats me.
When will it have been possible for them to get into the room ahead of us? While opening the door. When going to the door. Before opening the door. It's while opening the door because we took it, the door took a while to open and we waited until the door completely opened before the robot came in. But it's definitely while opening the door. He came in while opening the door.
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapel entered the room. Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapel at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, because Amapal cannot move or
The doors
anything
were
while the
slowly
arm
opening,
is
just like
doing that.
this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Right.
Maybe they
The
climb
moment
onto
was
there,
enough
you have
space
it.
for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this?
Okay, so Fubuki's in the clear then? Is that it? Uh-oh, why? Uh-oh. Hey, Jimmy, again.
We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a
Fubuki
joke
still
to
has
you?
10 powers, so who knows?
Your deduction is full of holes. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
It's not a joke.
Master, you know what to do.
Yes, we do.
Of course.
So leave it to me.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you!
Reasoning that much.
The culprit?
Fubuki's forte. Fubuki's forte can turn back time. It was used while controlling Amapal. Amapal is sturdy and has many features. The end of its arms are ball-shaped for safety. While extending or retracting an arm, the controls of the camera and body do not function. It's this one.
Hopped off Amapal as the door opened. Then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit...
No, that's wrong!
Flash through this mystery. Amapel is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs.
Yep.
That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
You little maggots. Don't get so full of yourselves.
Haha.
You're not getting out of here alive.
Compacted like that. No. Then we will miss Bao.
I get it. So Amapal couldn't move while the door was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
So the culprit knew the design of Amapal.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates. That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they entered the doctor's room.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapal's design, and even the direction the door opens. Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead.
Wait, what?
I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passage.
Remember how Jaco came after we
Where
heard
will it
Sword
take
of a
us?
Vent sound?
Perhaps a
No.
suite with the culprit's obsession on full display. The room of nightmares.
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies.
I know that
Let's
Jaco
go.
got, like, the chief got
You're
attacked,
really
but...
going?
Huh?
Oh, you again?
With this thing!
Hey, Yuma. When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
Yeah?
At the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him. Which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom's side now?
Who is Jacko? The chief.
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
Dun, dun, dun.
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind. That's all impossible!
It has, well, there's only one, so it has to be that one. There should be a contradiction somewhere. You gotta find it and repel it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
No, that's wrong.
Hold up!
What reason will Hulky have to stab the doctor? She might not have, but she rewinds him too much. She knows something too.
That's how the body was
And
discovered.
then again, she might forgot because she did. Like how she's her accomplice, but she's not the killer. Yeah, that's what I have said since the beginning. That I suspect Fubuki, but not necessarily as the killer. I also said that maybe she was in cahoots with someone.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way!
With my magic.
The culprit.
And the doctor's notes with the acid, sulfuric acid. The doctor was trying to flee. A knife with the letter F was inscribed on it. This appeared to be the murder weapon used on Dr. Wesker. The same knife was found next to Chief Jacko. We could all be wrong, and it's an insider of the Amaterasu because I know they all hated him. They all hated him, and he was also gonna betray Amaterasu by leaving Kanai Ward. So Amaterasu people definitely had motive to kill the doctor.
Quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way you missed an intruder.
Nah, that was
Running is noisy. So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged?
no.
Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming.
No. He's deaf. Damn it! I wasn't able to use it. It's that last one because he's deaf. He cannot hear the noise. He can only read lips.
Maybe.
So the doctor did not notice intruder. It might be a good idea to check. Yeah, we know. It's that
The
last
culprit
one.
quickly entered the lab,
Ow!
but the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder.
Damn it!
Running is noisy. So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit.
No, that's wrong because he's deaf.
And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged?
Nope.
Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming.
No, that's wrong. Because he's deaf. Maybe Jamin Furuki? I doubt it. But we'll be in cahoots with Jamin.
Wait, the doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't
Before his
save
Makoto
you.
it was B. But they took him
There's
away.
a gaping
like
hole
he said,
in your
so yeah.
logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
It wasn't me.
What? I refuse to see the truth? Vivius said the same thing, but...
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
Yeah.
Huh?
Huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
Nope.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
Is it though?
If that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back, unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to
Like
the
Yuma?
culprit.
Huh?
Subconsciously,
Personal
you're
space.
closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this guy and keep going.
Hey!
He knows. Come on, just tell me. Tell me why.
Yuma. Yuma.
Yes.
Jeez, go away!
Clearly what
You know what
holding
I'm
the
talking
reasoning,
about,
he said.
don't you? The huge hole in this investigation.
What are you...
Just ignore him.
Let's review your deduction, shall we? The culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
What?
already told you that. The culprit rode on top of Amapal as master controlled
That's not what
and was
he
taken
meant.
all
He
the way
meant
to
to
the doctor's
security in the
lab.
building.
But if someone was riding on it,
And,
how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
or the gas.
Oh.
This is the end for you! You have nowhere left to go!
Oh, come on! Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this too is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth?
Yeah, why?
Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
No, I'll fight. Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the Chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Good luck! You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in it, looking for an answer that will never come!
No, we'll just fight you and discover the truth. Three blind mice, see how they run? What? I have no idea what song that is. I know it's a kid song probably, but I have no idea.
Keep playing with your
What's wrong with this long transition? You mean the loading screens? It's because it's the Nintendo Switch. There is no other answer to that. Nintendo Switch is old. It's a place like has the hardware specs of a PlayStation 3, I think. So even like if you get an OLED, it's still a PlayStation 3. So yeah, or PlayStation 2 or 3, one of those. So yes, that's why the Switch. Goes from Trace as hers from Divya. Damn, Play 2. I don't remember if it's Play 2 or 3. It's one of those two. Probably 3, but I don't remember. Security log. Records show the security system was disabled an hour ago. The last time it was disabled was 90 days ago, and Fubuki Forte can turn back time. Let's see all this stuff first. Yeah, damn it.
Still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it. Don't tell me the culprit is a robot.
Why the culprit break to the panel chamber? We at least had Amapal with us to disable security system. Didn't you notice anything else weird at the time? Think hard.
That's right.
As far as the panel chamber goes,
Keep playing.
we had to use Fubuki's Forte on the panel. The hardware being so old is seen and I think, yeah, but it's Nintendo, so yeah. You know this nursery rhyme, how it goes, but they show in Shrek. They do show it in Shrek? Oh yeah, because there's blind mice in Shrek, right?
With your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security?
I don't know.
The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it. Don't tell
no,
me
I
the
couldn't
culprit is
use
a
my blade.
robot.
But that's right.
Keep playing with your shit, deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor.
Oh, damn it.
The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
Oh, that's wrong.
Smash through this mystery.
Dun, 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 dun.
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel. But we reversed time every time that happened.
Okay, so before they say anything else, what if B is right and it was Chief Jacko? Hear me out. Because Chief could have asked Fubuki to use rewind for the panel thing, and he didn't care about the poison because the poison takes 30 minutes to act. So after he knew the answer, he just like killed the doctor and just stabs himself while he hid the map in the plants. I don't know. I'm getting confused.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, he went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel.
But we saw someone running with a cape with Jacko around, so who was that? I don't know.
That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
Oops.
But
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
Whoops.
Vivia,
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
Vivia?
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
What?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world
What?
you believe in. What are you going to do? It's time to decide your past and your future.
Why, Vivia?
He doesn't even have a transformation. It's just Vivia? How did you get your there? Oh yeah, he's a special.
Look here.
Why does he want to hide the truth so bad? What is he trying to hide by hiding this? I don't know. It's not like he wants to hide the culprit. It just he says that Juma is gonna destroy the world by reaching the truth. I don't know what he means with that. Toxic gas properties. The toxic gas is bacterial, so regular mass gas are ineffective. It takes about 30 minutes after exposure for the toxin to spread. Death is certain. There are 3 wounds in the back. Right after the blackout, a researcher witnessed a dark silhouette pass through the shadows. The researcher claims it must have been the hitman.
Ask you. How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit will surely die.
Yep. After 30 minutes.
You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait.
Ouch!
Can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity. Once it hits you, you're done for.
After 30 minutes, as I said.
You die before reaching Wesker.
No, that's wrong.
No.
This is the truth.
Because it takes 30 minutes.
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you. Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas, and no fortes that can nullify it. There's only one way you could get through it.
By sacrificing
You do
yourself.
Nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapel taking you to the next room.
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
It's the only explanation that makes sense. This is the truth. I can't believe it. But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then they...
the culprit... The culprit...
Oh,
is-
he knows. Oh, he
It
knows.
appears you finally glimpsed the truth. Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter before your eyes?
What is the motive, though?
Isn't this what you wanted?
What's he talking about?
Yomi's mystery phantom and Fifia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Huh?
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is? It's the hitman,
Yuma's
right?
going to break. Yep, he's going to break.
The truth is
Oh my god, jump.
worthless. Nothing has less value in this isolated, rainy city. No one wants the truth. Not even you! Now, rot away and die right here!
He's kind of big.
No one will get in my way! Kanai, Amaterasu! They both belong to me!
Well, the truth is cruel. I wonder if this is his final form. Probably. He's huge. He's probably overcompensating by something in real life.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced, then they should be dead from the toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poison.
That we know.
If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing here?
There was nothing to
You're
rebel.
right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas. But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth?
If we don't, we
The
die.
world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
Your deduction is wrong. Don't disturb the peace. It's not even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
The culprit misrepresented the date by use.
This, I'll expose the truth!
The culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman. The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas. So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Use the hitman?
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor. They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor? But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
The hitman just gave it to the
It's a
culprit.
similar knife. The story of Fink the Slaughter Artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
That's also true.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the Slaughter Artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
Stop. Stop, 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 stop! You useless garbage!
Apologize.
To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city! There is no real culprit! Dr. Wesker was killed by the hitman!
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
The real culprit. The real culprit
He's
is...
the only other person that is dying.
The time has finally come, Yuma. It's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along. If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this, will you still expose the truth? Then, show me your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've known all along.
We have?
Now, expose the truth. Do it if you want to burn the world down.
Oh, they are teaming up. Defeat Yomi with a key. What was the clue leading to the culprit? Oh, look, hear that sad song. Oh no, that sad song. What was the clue leading to the true culprit? Like, stop with this sad song, make it stop. There are mostly old research logs in the storage room. The death threat was not only sent to Dr. Wesker, but also to the District Peacekeeper and Nocturnal Detective Agency. A photo of a young man and woman. The woman is wearing a white lab coat. Perhaps she is a researcher of the lab? The man cannot be recognized because of the blood stains on that picture.
The bloodstained photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman. That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person. It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No. Stop! Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
I don't understand, but... Good luck, Master! I'm always by your side, haunting you!
Who is the true culprit?
Damn it!
I didn't even want the truth. Wanna know the motive though.
Huh?
It wasn't Johnny.
Yako.
All this time it wasn't Johnny that was blocking us. It was the chief.
Huh? Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the chief was the hitman's target. But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself. It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target, and the chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit? Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder? He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
Don't forget this stuff!
Not Juma crying. The anemic vampire is gonna throw questions at you, back to back. Press the correct button when you think you've got the correct answers. You'll take damage if you avoid all assailant assaults. Why did... I don't wanna do this. Bibi is trying to protect the chief.
The phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer. Anything I do now might not matter, but I'll do it anyway. Because it's something I must do.
He wants to
While
protect
the chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat?
Dr. Wesker must pay for his sins with his life. My blade shall be his atonement.
Why would the chief send it if he was the killer? Answer me, Yuma.
Why did Jaco send the death threat? That a big box cutter. It is a really big cutter.
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger. Which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place. All the master detectives headed to the secret lab because of that note. Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
Huh? Their abilities?
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
Why was the death threat sent to the peacekeepers? But it's use a disguise ability.
The note was sent to the peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility. They did it by disguising themselves as peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
No, just put...
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Clothes. The Tsukiko said it himself that he didn't need it. He just needed to put the clothes on.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab. You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yes, but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the peacekeepers will see
A
us.
split-second hiccup?
I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also The chief?
Who caused the blackout?
No, that's not it!
Ouch. I thought I had to press the thing.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Yeah, now I notice that it's not all
part of the plan. So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
Who caused the blackout? Not Dr. Wesker.
No, that's not it!
Okay, it's not the chief either. Who can cause that thing?
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually
So the
went and
Suhiko
hid
is good?
inside the airlock.
Yeah, the Suhiko should be good. I mean, all the detectives should be
blackout
good,
part of the
except
plan?
maybe Fubuki.
So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
Was it Fubuki? Is Fubuki gonna die too?
No,
Oh.
that's not it!
It was the hitman actually, okay. I didn't know if
The
there was
chief
gonna be
said he'd
more
buy us some time,
options. I wanted to see
but
all
he
the
actually
options.
went and
But
hid
it's the
inside
hitman.
the airlock.
Okay, it's the third one.
Was the blackout part of the plan?
But should be no one. No,
So
it has
the
to be
one
the
who
hitman
caused
because
it.
I didn't press the last button.
Was that also the chief?
Dude, my stamina score on this case is gonna be awful. We finally
The
did
chief
something.
was with me in the security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have caused it. So the only person it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job. He instructed the hitman to cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him. We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start. He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
But why? I still want to know why.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the
Sheltered
panel
Skank.
chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte. The chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us. He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all. He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their fortes to commit murder. What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder! Out
He
of all
wasn't
the
gonna get
criminals I've ever
away. He
met,
was gonna die
he's
anyway.
the worst coward of them all! Master, grab that coward and...
Enough!
Oh, Juma. You're super crying.
Why did it have to come to this? Chief Yako saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything, even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times, but still, I really admired him. So, why? Why did you do it?
Yuma.
Is this about the woman in the picture? Chief, please tell me! Or
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding. But that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message.
11037.
But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the mystery labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
eliminate the chief?
Are you really going to do this? After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die. But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door. Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see. I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away. Exposing the truth won't save anyone. Neither the chief nor you.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
But he cannot save the chief. That's not everyone.
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes, and yet you intend to continue. If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the chief's soul called out to us?
Huh?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I always averted my eyes from the truth.
This is sad.
For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
Entrust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God in your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the chief, then I will lend a hand.
Oh, Bibia.
I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high. Because I, too, am a detective.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me!
He just smiled. They were holding hands. Yeah. Vivia was giving support to Yuma. This is what you saw, thinking you was gonna miss it, and it sucks. It does. Like, why the chief? Why is it not Fubuki? Wouldn't have been as bad if it was Fubuki. What are the things that we have? Amapal, knife, intercom. Death threats sent to detectives and also. How was Dr. Wesker communicated to intercom? Where did the culprit hide? What did the culprit use to pass security? Whose power panel was used in the room? Wait, we have a map here. What weapon was used to kill Dr. Wesker? The case trial kinda gave it away, but she was a bit of a surprise to be the culprit, but it was the only one that made sense. Fubuki made sense, but it didn't because she doesn't have a motive, but I don't know his motive yet. The contamination device, Amaterasu Corporation. Who kill the culprit. Who is the culprit? How the Fubuki made it? I don't know, I just had that theory for a while. Then she was in cahoots with someone. Where did the culprit hide? And because it's her time rewind. I think suddenly she's too tight. I think she may have been too tight. Well, no, she didn't. I was gonna say like maybe she knew the chief was the culprit, but no, it's so this now. Oh wait, ow! Ouch. Peacekeepers, oh, sorry. Thought it was a Materasu corporation. Dr. Wesker is inside of a Materasu corporation. Whose power was used? Fubuki's power. Who killed the culprit? Think. Who is the culprit? Well, Jaco reminded her of what happened. She was the one that told us we already rewinded while Leiss failed, and it rewinded. Yep, she did. She was never said to actually think. Oh no, I'm pretty sure she hasn't. But anyway, yeah, that's probably why she doesn't have like much stamina and cannot use it that much. Okay, let's close this case and see what they tell us. Who's the culprit? And you keep talking like that to numb the sadness. I mean, I could, I guess, but Chief Jaco is the culprit. Oh, Chief, welcome back. Thank you. The mystery has been unraveled.
Step right up, step right up!
Now, Shinigami, we're not in the mood for this.
Research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives! 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters! Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
The victim in this case is one Dr. Wesker. This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
Right?
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ. He was a total hermit in the critical lab, with a totally overkill security system.
It was really overkill, yep, I'm going to agree with that.
Preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The humane thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
Yeah, with that out of the way.
Whatever you said, Shinigami.
Posing as a hitman, the culprit sent a death threat to the Peacekeepers, the detective agency, and the research lab. At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the Peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see, the Master Detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all.
Mitsuhiko is a kid though.
The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned. And we arrived with Mikoto at the same time.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Tetsuhiko and the culprits, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit
Something
took
feels so
advantage of
glad
the
you mean.
turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber. Afterwards, we headed to the critical lab to check on the
The
doctor's
fact that
condition.
he's culprit is
just
what
like the
we stopped to
culprit
begin
directed
with.
us.
I suppose that the culprit is not blacked
Since
out.
that lab used a
You mean
separate
that's what
power
you mean?
supply, nothing strange had happened.
This whole the doctor's in danger spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool
Okay,
of
back
you,
to my normal.
Master.
I
What
mean,
a
my
dick.
normal voice.
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom. We had to get into the doctor's lab.
But that time, the old geezer was playing games with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap! That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies! He really got you there, Master!
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing. Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapal. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Amapal Express! First stop, a shower of toxic gas! Humans can't protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem. Next up, the panel chamber and high-voltage shocks! One wrong move, and it was insta-death! But thanks to that sheltered escape, we got all the continues we could want. So, we managed a perfect clear! The critical lab was finally breached!
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a result.
That is sad.
The camera feed was affected when the culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilled blood. On to the next thing!
So many times he died.
Where were we? Oh yeah! To open the door to the doctor's lab, Amapal had to reach out its arm and hit a switch. And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Amapal can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended, so the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
Then, the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Grips was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapal entered. But they knocked the robot over on the way out.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
We entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They'd already been in contact with the toxic gas, so death was inevitable.
Like, just who is that? The actual
However,
hitman.
dying by gas would expose them as the doctor's killer. So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
Is the hitman just a random person? Just a serial killer.
I guess that
We
means the
don't
killer
need to know
completely
them.
trusted in the master detective's capabilities. They knew those powers would get them close to the doctor. But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska, and even included his own death in the plot. Jaco Furio! It was you!
Chief. The help with these damn onion zeros. The onion ninjas. But why, Chief?
I will expose the truth! But why?
That's what I want to know too.
Jaco, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here.
Even Shinigami didn't sound hype about it.
Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case!
And yet, yes, we get to the whole cutscene. Shinigami. She did care about him. Okay, I didn't expect that from Shinigami.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me. I mean, not even I hated Fuzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual. I wonder why.
We shouldn't let our guards down yet. Do you really think we're done here?
What?
Huh?
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought?
No, we don't know the chief's motive.
If so, we could just leave, right?
Some mysteries still remain.
No, we haven't uncovered everything yet.
We don't know the chief's motives.
No, there are still some mysteries remaining.
Huh? What's remaining? I read the culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered.
Usually they tell us why they died,
sake.
why before they die, but this one was different. It was.
Help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master. No, I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. First, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master!
Oh, not this thing. Why? Why this after the chief death? The remaining mystery if Dr. Huescas... Dr. Huescas...
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
I don't think that has anything to do with. Dr. Huescas... Maybe he was threatened to swap place? Plans? No, there's no P. Really, Shinigami?
You can only 30 seconds left, Master!
Emails! Ah, come on!
That's right! Great!
Oof. Oh my god, barely. Companion Shinigami's post. That was funny. Oh, that was the Zelda jingle.
Oh, it's a secret dungeon! The labyrinth must be breaking down so slowly because the identity of the culprit isn't the only mystery.
Congratulations,
But it's
thank
still
you.
definitely coming down, so you better hurry, Master!
At the last second, though.
Yeah, got it.
Yuma, I'll follow you to the
It was
end
close. It was really
until
close,
you
yeah.
reach the truth.
Thank you.
Do I have anything left? No, I don't. I haven't leveled up. You was waiting to ask for help. Oh no, I was willing to just, you know, die. You like watch me? Yeah, I was sure I was gonna die from that. It wasn't that what time wasn't gonna run out.
Do you regret this, Yuma?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
I've been thinking. Remember what the Chief's soul said? If you keep that in mind while knowing who the true culprit is, doesn't it seem like he wanted you to find the truth?
I
Even
think so,
though
yeah.
he was the culprit himself.
Why is that?
Maybe there's a hidden truth behind this case, and the Chief wanted us to find it.
Did this remind you of Persona 4? Yeah, they have some Persona 4 vibes
Anonymous is
sometimes.
part of this case. They must have a motive for killing Dr. Weska as well. The doctor knew about the secret dealings and was planning to flee from Kanai by himself, after all. Could it be that Anonymous took advantage of Chief Yako by instigating him to commit murder?
Yes. It's unlikely the chief just happened to kill Dr. Weska right as he was planning to flee.
If that's true, Anonymous isn't just involved in the case. They could be the mastermind, the Grey Eminence.
Gray's my 13th favorite color!
For 30. What if
Why
Anonymous
are
is
you
actually
telling me that
Makoto? Or Jomi? No, it's not Jomi. What if it's Makoto?
Is already solved.
Oh.
All these crimes were committed by Yako on his own. Now, get out of here.
Who the F? I don't know.
What was that voice?
Someone's trying to stop us from solving this mystery. Now we know. The mastermind is somewhere within this labyrinth.
Not mastermind.
Out. Get out. Get out.
Doesn't that sound like Jomi?
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get
Is Jomi the mastermind?
Get out. Get out. Get out.
What's with this guy? Creepy!
We can't let this stop us. There's one more truth still hidden here. We have to find it. We need to know why the chief committed this crime.
I said Jomi, the Peacekeeper's director.
We'll figure this out.
Technically, it was Fubuki because she kept rewinding and hurting our chief. No, she kept rewinding and making the chief go back to perfect health. This guy is Jomi.
Get out. The case. Solved. Solved. Get out. Get out.
Ow! Okay, there's only one option. Many self-serving arguments. It's all made up.
Get out. The case. Solved. Solved.
Oh, that's wrong.
Doesn't hold up.
It's more that just really hate her in this chapter, yes. It's more you just hate this chapter and your head hurts.
I will discover who the mastermind is.
Take some medicine for your head, Evan.
I will solve every mystery. I will not turn away from the truth.
Lab map. How did the chief have the map? Just how? How did he get it? If it was on a top restricted area that no one had the key except Jomi himself. Think it's Makoto? No, it's Jomi. Jomi was the only one with access to the room where this map is.
The culprit. Everything was caused by Yako alone. He hired Fink the slaughter artist.
Did they?
And the murder weapon. He even killed the doctor. Yako acted alone. So what about this anonymous? Even if they did, you'll never find out who they are. There is nothing connecting Yako to
I'll slash through this mystery.
No, that's wrong. Jomi and Jack on cahoots? Why though? You wanna know? Why will Jomi statistics help him out with the detective? I don't know.
Chief Yako
Maybe
tried to
both
hide
of them
this
knew the same
along with that
the
photo of
woman.
himself. It was strange for him to have this in the first place. This is the link between Anonymous and the Chief.
kill you. In the name of justice.
In the name of justice. That's what Jomi always says.
Kill you.
The photo. The storage room contains confidential documents. The door is locked. Peacekeeper Director Johnny holds the key to the storage room.
None of this doesn't exist! Everything! Who cares about some map? It doesn't prove a damn thing! It has nothing to do with the doctor's murder! Yes. Anyone could find it!
No, that's wrong!
The truth!
Like he's taking
The
shape
floor plan
now.
the chief had was from the lab's storage.
But that room was locked. No one could enter it. It was completely sealed off.
In the name of the
Only the
in the name
director
of
of the
justice.
Peacekeepers
Where's
had
justice?
access. So, the only person who could have gotten that floor plan was
Yomi himself.
Peacekeeper Director Yomi.
The anonymous person who gave Chief Yako the floor plan and pushed him to commit murder was... you! The director of the Peacekeepers! Yumi Hellsmile!
Johnny Hellsmile!
You were the mastermind. You were pulling the strings from behind the scenes.
But why?
You instigated the chief to commit murder!
I never thought someone as empty as me could feel so much emotion.
Aww, BBS.
This is the first time in my life I felt this angry.
Oh, BBS.
How did you do it? What did you do to drive the chief to murder? Answer me!
I'm not telling you anything, idiot.
Huh?
So what if you figured it out? Who cares? It's too late now, you pathetic ingrates. Everyone died just as I planned. Now no one can stand in my way. No one can lay a hand on me. You should be grateful. I'm cleaning up this city.
What did you say?
Master, I hate to admit it, but Yomi's right. We can't do anything to him here.
Why not?
Because he's not the
Manipulated
culprit.
Fuzzhead from behind the scenes, but he wasn't the one who murdered the doctor.
Yep.
This mystery labyrinth is for the murder of Dr. Huesca. You can't punish Yomi.
Then what
Yep,
can we
sorry,
do?
B.
He has to pay for what he did!
We can't do anything! That's why I'm freaking out too!
So, exposing the truth would be pointless?
Yeah, because he controls the peacekeepers
Why have we
anyway.
been seeking it all this time?
The truth is meaningless. I'm in charge in Kanai Ward. I have to laugh. Who could have guessed things would go so well? Yako Furio was a pain in the ass. The only reason I kept him alive is for this moment. He didn't even realize I was manipulating him into killing the doctor for me. How stupid can you be?
You'll pay for this!
Ow.
Master, time's up. The mystery labyrinth is about to be destroyed.
If only we had found out what he was up to sooner, we might have been able to stop him. Still, I should be able to bring this memory back into the real world. I'll remember this confession. I'm not sure if it'll help, but I'll interrogate him once we return to the real world.
It doesn't matter. I'll cover it all up. You're all nothing but scum beneath my feet. I'm untouchable. And now, I'm gonna dispose of you, like the trash you
Oh my
are!
god, that face.
Damn it!
Get ready for the blue hair guys, escape the infinity. This is what happens when you want to do it so badly. Again, the chapter for what? Well, I mean, nevertheless, even if we didn't reach the truth or we didn't investigate, the chief was gonna die anyway because of the poison. So, yeah, he was gone regardless of what we did, if we saw the truth or not.
Hey, hurry up! Execute these scumbags immediately! Criminals have no rights!
You are the criminal, mister.
You will pay for this!
What's with that look? Are you seriously going to defy me? Well, I don't care. You're all going to die now.
This is real bad, Master! He's serious!
Wait, Director Yomi Hellsmile. We know all about your secret dealings with Dr. Weska.
What?
What?
Oh, he got
Did you say
whipped.
something? Maybe I'll kill the loudest one of you first. If you have something to say, go ahead. I can't hear you. Come on, who wants to be the first to die?
Damn it!
Forget it. I guess I'll just kill both of you at the same time.
This guy isn't listening to a thing we say! If he was the real culprit, I'd boot kill him!
It's all going exactly how he wants. Solving the case didn't help anything.
Goodbye. Hope you enjoy the worst nightmare of your life as you die.
Okay.
The only one who will be having nightmares is you.
Makoto.
You! I thought you went back to the surface! What are you doing here?
Well, Yomi, there's something I want you to see. What do you think of this?
I knew someone had to save us, but I didn't expect it was gonna be Makoto. Thank you, Makoto, I love you. And Joel said he was us. Still sus. He's still sus. Hey Kaiju, welcome back.
How did you get that?
Most of the secret deals you've been making over the years are listed here.
No, this is
Looks like
Monokuma.
someone's been cooking the books.
He's a salesman with a good heart.
You conspired with Dr. Weska and leaked Amaterasu's technology to other national enterprises. And with the money you obtained, you bribed the right people to control this city.
Lies! You made that all up!
You're sweating, Jomi.
Hey! I don't care if he is the CEO. Arrest this masked freak!
You're panicking,
Can't let
Jomi.
this outsider barge in here and take control of this city! Capture him, execute him, chop his head off, crush his skull! What's wrong? Why are you just standing there? If you're scared, then I'll offer a bounty. Whoever kills him gets 100 million shin! Why won't you obey me? He's using false information to tear the Peacekeepers apart! You want that? You'll all be out of a job! Kanai Ward is better off without people like him! This city's
better
fallen
without
into
you.
ruin ever since he showed up! Now follow my orders! This city doesn't belong to him. It belongs to me, the great Yomi!
Nope, it doesn't.
I'm sorry, Director Yomi.
What? You're alive?
This city doesn't belong to anyone.
You... Martina, you're alive?
That's my question too.
Makoto stopped the execution order you issued. I am here today thanks to him.
It's okay, Kayan.
Martina is right.
It's going great, thank you.
Kanai Ward belongs to everyone who lives here. It doesn't belong to you!
Shinigami?
Probably best to stay quiet and watch for now.
So, you're on that freak's side now?
Well, you were gonna kill her,
I
so...
won't stand for this. You're a member of the Peacekeepers! I won't allow such insubordination!
Director Yomi, there's something I'd like to say to you. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to consult with a lawyer.
What?
Your reign is over, Yomi Hellsmile. Now, everyone, arrest the offending suspect. Please, do not be too rough. Even criminals have rights.
Damn it. Damn you!
What about BB laying on there on the floor?
Mark my words,
Because
you
the way...
last bastard! Yomi Hellsmile will be back! And when I am, I'll kill you! I'll rip you to pieces for taking everything from me! You're all dead! I'll kill every last one of you!
Cray.
As we discussed before, upon receiving his punishment, I hereby resign from my role in the Peacekeepers.
You don't have to.
I must. This is my way of taking responsibility as his accomplice. Well, Chief Executive Makoto, I hope you will see to the rest.
Sorry for causing so much trouble. That should settle things for now.
What's going on?
While the Peacekeepers had their hands full with the lab incident, I snuck into Yomi's room and looked around. And there, I found this file. It's all thanks to you.
Don't tell me. You meant to bring us here to be a decoy from the start?
Oh,
It
one
was
would
all
knock
just
him
a
out.
series of coincidences.
I don't know.
Looks like I wasn't able to die once again.
Because he wanted to die so bad.
At least things worked out.
That was really dangerous. I thought you were done for, Master.
If he doesn't work out now, he does not.
Though it seems like he was using me and the others.
That pisses me off. Let's give him a piece of our minds.
I'm sorry about what happened to Chief Yako. With Yomi gone, there's a change in the winds of Kanai Ward. Even through the endless downpour, I will rebuild this city from the ground up.
You will rebuild it.
Because I love this city more than anyone else.
Are you gonna become another Johnny?
See.
By the way, how did your investigation at the secret lab go? Did you find what you were looking for?
Nope.
You know, the so-called immortal monster, the homunculus.
No, I didn't find anything.
Maybe homunculi are just rumors.
Pretty sure the Makoto Coco Head.
Let me know if
I
you'd
think
still like help
Makoto
in your
Coco Head
search.
and the Suhiko are pretty much at the same
If it's
height.
within my power, I'll permit you detectives to search anywhere in Kanai Ward.
Thanks.
Well, I need to get going. You should return to your friends. I'm sure they're worried about you.
Plus, you need to tell everyone what happened to Fuzzhead.
Oh, one more thing. I have a gift for you, my friend. To express my gratitude.
Are you proposing?
A gift?
Is it an engagement ring?
Colonel Ward will be reborn, thanks to you.
I haven't done anything.
No, that's not true. Please, accept the gift. We're friends, aren't we? Oh, but don't open it yet. It's a bit of a surprise.
It's a bomb?
Sure. Okay.
See you later.
Look, he is back!
Are you alright? We saw a bunch of peacekeepers heading that way.
Well, how did the investigation go?
The case is closed.
Closed? Really?
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Now the Chief can rest without any regrets.
Rest? Wait. Do you mean the Chief?
He's gone.
Wait, you're joking, right?
Nope.
He passed away quite a while ago. I was hoping he would live until Yuma and the others returned, but there was nothing we could do.
A while ago? Then that means he was dead before the Mystery Labyrinth.
No, it can't be. Chief Yako, please, tell me you're only sleeping. I will turn back time now, so please, open your eyes!
Stop it. There's no need to keep pestering the Chief.
But...
I wish I could do something too. But he's dead. As a detective, you should understand that. Don't sob like a baby. I want to cry too, but...
Kazuhiko.
Was he already dead? Or was it due to the Mystery Labyrinth? We'll never know.
I think I'll head home now. My business here is done.
BBA is sad too.
So cold-hearted. As usual. He's like an emotionless robot.
Vivia. We should head back too. With the Chief, of course.
Why did I do this again? Because the teammates needed to see the reactions about it too. We're all a team. Where he's dead body. I'm pretty sure Alara can. They are pretty strong.
Master, how long are you gonna let this get you down? I know you're shocked that Buzzhead was the culprit. But you and I solved it together, so shouldn't we be celebrating?
No, there is no reason to celebrate it.
Yes, we did learn the truth, but it didn't resolve anything. What's the point of solving something if it doesn't save anyone? In the end, we still don't know why the chief did it. How could you even consider it solved?
I understand why you're upset. Alright, I'll leave you alone for now. Yuma? I thought you'd be here.
Kurumi.
I just promised I'd give him some alone time!
Are you sure you should be walking around alone at this hour?
I heard about Chief Yako. Hey, Yuma.
How did you hear about it?
Did we make a mistake? If we didn't try to find that secret lab, maybe Chief Yako would still be alive.
I don't know if what we did was right or wrong. But either way, I think it would have ended like this eventually.
I'm glad to see that you've returned safely.
Thank you.
To tell the truth, while you were at the lab, I looked into Chief Yako's past a bit.
Oh, is she gonna tell us then?
Huh?
I was just curious. Do you remember that talk on the submarine?
To me, this town is my life. My bitter past, my fun memories, they're all right here. I just wanted to protect the happiness I found within arm's reach. But it wasn't easy. It was too much for me to handle on my own. And as a result, I lost everything. I was an empty shell until you all came along.
In short, the chief lost his wife 4 years ago.
He had a wife?
She was a researcher at Amaterasu's lab.
The chief's wife was an Amaterasu researcher?
On top of that, his wife's death was declared an accident. But there seems to be more to the story. At the time, the lab's head researcher was suspected of leaking technological information. It was the chief's wife that blew the whistle. If what she said was true, he would have been removed. But on the day before the commission came to investigate, an experiment went wrong and exploded, killing her.
That was
It's
no
obvious
accident.
that someone was trying to silence her.
Yeah, Chief Yako probably suspected that too. He was conducting his own investigation. In the end, I don't know what conclusion he reached.
So that's who the chief wanted to protect most. It's what he meant when he said he lost everything.
And the person his wife accused was...
The doctor.
Weska.
Yeah.
Dr. Weska.
Do you know who that is?
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Why not
It's
tell
getting
her?
late. Let's head back to the detective agency. The chief's final words. I think they were actually meant for himself.
Yeah, the truth is cruel.
I think
never in history has the
Chief
truth
died
been known to be
on that
kind.
moment, didn't he?
But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all
They
wrong,
went back, Bibi said he
at
thought,
least
oh,
you
right,
can stand
you're right.
proud.
But I think he was wrong. Because everyone is mourning you, Chief. Chief, I've made up my mind. No matter how cruel it may be,
I will expose the truth hidden in this city.
Lara may be like, no, I think Vivia could tell.
Did you come up with this dish yourself? I've never had anything so tasty.
Thank you. Cooking is all I'm really good at, after all.
Are you hungry? Can I make you something at the agency?
Well, I guess I haven't eaten in a while.
What? This Splatty is gonna mix something dangerous into your food. I suggest you stay far away. Alright. What should I make? I need to cheer you up.
Vivia could have lied. No, I don't think he did. Vivian and Lara are the only ones who could actually do detective work. Hey, the Suhiku can do some stuff too. And Fubuki can rewind time. You got his motivation back, a little, I guess.
She seems rather considerate. She's a nice girl.
Yeah.
I wish you'd be more considerate to me.
Vivia, do you still remember everything?
Yuma, does light shine into your world now that you've obtained the truth?
He remembers everything. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, he did remember on the...
It's like you said.
He tried to tell Jomi off, right?
I feel as though the world's ended. I tried so hard to find the truth. Should I not have done that?
You should ask yourself that tomorrow. The you of tomorrow will have an answer for the you of today.
As usual, I'm not quite sure what you mean, Vivia. What's that?
It was hidden in a drawer of the chief's desk. It seems like a letter from Anonymous.
Anonymous? You mean Yomi?
Of course, he didn't know Anonymous was Yomi. This letter mentioned the truth behind his wife's death 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's what Kurumi told us.
The truth?
It describes how Dr. Weska conspired to murder her. The facts were laid out, cold and calculated. I wonder, how did the chief feel when he read it? It's not hard to imagine him burning with a desire for revenge against Dr. Weska.
Yeah.
By the way, this letter arrived right after I was dispatched to Kanai Ward. In other words, the motive and means were both in the chief's hands.
So the letter was the trigger.
In my ghost form, I've seen the chief staring at this letter in secret many times. Back then, I didn't know what he was reading. But I know the chief was thinking about it constantly. Perhaps the map of the lab was sent together with this letter.
If so, then it was a total setup.
I'm sure the chief deeply regretted using her fortes as part of his crime. Or maybe that's just the truth I seek. Maybe it's nothing more
Probably,
than
yep.
wishful thinking.
You might be right. I think the chief wavered back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, I agree.
Some people think Vivia is cold-hearted, but I think he cared deeply for the chief.
He did. I think he did too.
He really did admire him.
Well, I think he's terrible at showing it. He needs to work on his facial expressions at the very least.
By the way, Yuma. Yomi definitely was the mastermind who worked in the shadows to put this together. With that aside, there's one more person I'm curious about.
You mean Makoto Kagutsuchi? I know. Do you think it was a coincidence he brought me to the lab today?
Of course not.
Or... Oh, the phone.
Nothing is a coincidence in this game.
It's a call from the WDO. We should go back inside.
Amazing physique. Number 1 may look old, but beneath his robe is a muscle-bound body comparable to that of a Jutsu. Jacko's gold calling. I assume it was number 1 because of the loading screen.
Who could have suspected that a proud detective of the WDO would commit murder?
He doesn't know anything.
If only the World Detective Organization had sent support to Kanai Ward sooner.
Stop it. There's no point in saying that now.
I can hear you. Enough idle talk. Focus. The only thing a detective must do is solve cases. Concentrate on solving mysteries. Emotions will only shackle you as a detective. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. I know you're suffering from the loss of your chief, but the investigation must continue. Until Kanai Ward's ultimate secret is revealed, the great global mystery will never be solved. These are heavy responsibilities. It demands your complete attention.
In that case, please tell us, what is the great global mystery? Many master detectives have already been killed. Keeping us in the dark could lead to more deaths. Like what happened to our chief.
Very well. The great global mystery is...
Is?
A mass kidnapping case.
What?
Huh? Kidnapping?
Mass kidnapping?
Yes, countless people from around the world have been kidnapped and taken to Kanai Ward. We are searching for the heinous criminal responsible.
Heinous criminal? Lots of people have been taken to Kanai Ward?
But where could they gather that many people in this city?
Well,
Amaterasu Corporation.
Huh? Seriously?
Alara seems to know something. You'd better go have a chat,
Traffickers?
Master.
I know it's late, but we can't end it like that.
Restricted area. They could gather all
Right,
the
we have that.
kidnapped
They
people there.
have the restricted area.
You're right. That would be the perfect place to hide them.
That's what we
I was planning on discussing it later,
thought the secret
but
lab
there
was.
is some new information about that place. It appears that the restricted area does in fact have a corpse disposal facility.
What?
However, there are lots of rumors about the restricted area. For example, they even say it's a corpse disposal facility where bodies from Kanai Ward are dumped off. What? That rumor was true?
In Kanai Ward, corpses rot easily due to the humidity from the rain, so they are quick to retrieve bodies. The corpses are then loaded onto trucks and transported to the restricted area for disposal. But that process is managed by a department with a handful of people working directly for Amaterasu's
I
CEO.
knew Makoto was gonna have to be
On top of that,
responsible
they
of
are
this.
only involved in transportation. They aren't aware of what happens afterwards.
First, Makoto
How
was
the
too
bodies
nice.
are buried and who buries them is a mystery.
All of this secrecy around the burials. It's suspiciously cautious.
The
We're still
CEO
Jami
is
because
that
it, no,
Makoto guy,
it has
right?
to Makoto. It
Does
has
he
to be
have something to
Makoto.
do with the corpse burials?
But how is the global kidnapping case related to a corpse disposal facility?
I know! They are forcing the kidnapped people to bury the bodies!
Because this thing before, no, Jami wanted to
doubt it.
control the city.
Why bother
He
kidnapping
will
just
not
for
bring
that?
more people in.
Anyway, there's definitely something happening in the city. Something sinister.
We just don't know what it is.
While we're at it, perhaps I should share the information I've obtained as well.
Huh? You got something too?
That anemic vampire knows something. I sure wish we'd gotten the whole story right away.
Cleaning up the city? No, because
find out what that
kidnappings
anemic
around the
vampire has
world.
to say.
Jami will don't do that. You just want to control the city, not
I
do
don't know if it
experiments
has
or anything.
anything to
So
do
there
with
is no
what's
point of
going on
Jami
here.
kidnapping anyone, especially from other
While
places.
I was using spectral projection to search for the secret lab, I kept hearing about a strange rumor in town. There's a taboo among Kanai and its residents. Something they must never discuss in front of outsiders.
Taboo?
He's probably the only one who could have learned that. I doubt anyone would mention it in front of detectives.
So what was it about?
The Blank Week Mystery.
Blank Week Mystery?
The Blank Week Mystery?
Unfortunately, all I know is its name, and that it's taboo to mention it in Kanai Ward.
Huh? That's it? I don't get it.
Well, it does sound ominous. Maybe it has something to do with the mass kidnapping and the restricted area.
But all we have to go on is the term.
The Blank Week Mystery is taboo in Kanai
Yeah,
Ward.
thanks for repeating it like 3 times.
I wonder if Kurumi has heard about it. I should ask her after this meeting with number 1.
She's an informant who may be hiding information. If that's true, we'll have to torture the info out of her.
Wouldn't you like that, Shinigami?
The Great Global Mystery, the Restricted Area, the Blank Week Mystery, and a heinous criminal pursued by the WDO. After coming this far, we're still discovering more mysteries. How are they all connected? What is going on in Kanai Ward?
The secret, most awful, most terrible
Listen
event in
closely,
human history.
detectives. If this case is ignored, more people will fall victim. You are the only ones who can stop it. The World Detective Organization never overlooks a mystery. Any and all truths must be exposed. As always, we are aiming for a perfect solution.
Bantama trainee.
Now that I'm involved in this case,
You are?
I will guide us to that end. Go forth,
He's gonna die,
proud
isn't it?
detectives. Eliminate all
Yep, I knew it.
What?
Well, goodbye, numero uno. I mean, number 1.
What was that flash?
An explosion.
Number 1, I heard an explosion. What's that? Another branch. A news flash. Alright, give me the video feed.
We bring you breaking news. The WDO headquarters has been struck by a terrorist bombing.
Oh well.
Here's live footage from the scene. You can see the fierce fire consuming it. For those of you just tuning in,
Terror attack?
The WDO. What's going on?
What is this? What is happening? Master, this is...
Oh no, that's our. Uh-oh. Throw it away. That's the gift. Oh no.
What is this?
Oh no.
I
It's gas. Everyone, hold your breath.
I wanna die someday.
Oh my god, why?
Hey, Master! Master!
And Shinigami fell asleep too. They got them, yep, they did. But Kurumi saw everything. So Kurumi will save us. Kurumi will save us. This is what I say. Somehow Kurumi, the flat-chested Ugo, will save us. SS. Whoops. SS. B. Whoops. B. Still got a final S though. So we're good. We okay. She got gas to no. She was on the outside. She was on the entrance, and she saw how we were falling down and passing out, and she probably just went away. How many chapters are left? I think one more. One more chapter. Someone farted that bad. No. It's 5 chapters, I think. So now it says chapter 5. Yeah, one more chapter. Yep, one more chapter and then we'll be done with this. But okay. Give me a second, guys, and that's are about to happen. After all, that's all you can. Shush. Last chapter, then DLC. The DLC of the Suhiko.